All right. I want to welcome everybody to a new post, predictions post. Going to try something different this episode. This is the Chronicles of Old Man Logan. And today we are going to talk about a prediction, you know what I'm saying, for wrestling. And today is the 2019 WWE Money in the Bank pay-per-view. So, going forward, the next pay-per-view, I will have some guys on here with me, and you'll get some conversation, some dialogue, all that good stuff. But today, it's just your boy, Old Man Logan here. And yeah, man, I just want to run through the card, keep the content going, and we're going to see just how this works this time around, all right? So, I got the tripod set up right here. You can see some of my WWE figures in the back. You can see some of my NECA figures in the back. Freddie, Jason, Michael Myers, all that good stuff. But yeah, man, just want to make sure y'all tune in. Before I do get started, I will ask that you go hit that subscribe button on Anchor FM, all right? Chronicles of Old Man Logan. And also hit that subscribe button on the streaming platform of your choice for Boulevard Ave Radio, because we are on all of the major platforms with the exception of Pandora, if you even consider Pandora a major streaming platform. That's a slight at them. I know. I get it. They took forever with the application. Never got back to me. Screw Pandora. All right. But other streaming platforms like iTunes, like Spotify, like Stitcher Radio, like iHeartRadio, and you know what I'm saying, SoundCloud, you can go ahead and definitely find Boulevard Ave Radio on there. And you know, our other sister shows. The Y'all podcast is coming soon. That's not up yet, but what is up is Late Nights podcast, and you can also find that on most major streaming platforms. All right. So without further ado, no more interruptions, no more intervening as far as trying to promote other shows. Let's get right into this card, shall we? First match, we are going to make a prediction on the Universal Championship match, and that is Seth Rollins, who's the champion, versus AJ Styles. All right, this is a matchup everybody's been waiting for. Each of these men have been on separate shows for a number of years now. So when the you know, the you know what I'm saying, Superstar Shakeup happened a couple months back. Or was it? It might have been a month exactly. We found AJ Styles coming over to Raw, and we saw Roman Reigns heading over to SmackDown. So now we got the blockbuster matchup, Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles. A dream matchup for some as well. So without further ado, all of that being said, who does Old Man Logan pick to win this particular match? Me personally, I'm seeing some sort of chicanery happening, maybe a run-in by, you know, the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, and he costs AJ Styles the match, but, you know, secures, you know what I'm saying, Seth Rollins retaining because, you know, he wins by disqualification. So I'm thinking that's going to be what happens. Seth Rollins retaining. This is a match. This is a feud that should go on for the next couple of months. I don't think they put the title on Seth Rollins just to change hands that quickly. But this is WWE, and you never know. You just never know. And especially when the guy on the other side of the squared circle name is AJ Styles. Hey, you can't go wrong with that either. And yeah, so that's my pick. I am going to pick Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship match as the winner. But I'm picking him only with some sort of interference or some sort of chicanery that ensues and, you know, ends up with a disqualification and a win, you know, for him in his, you know, win-loss category. So moving on from that match, we're going to go into the WWE Championship match, which is featuring the champion, Kofi Kingston, versus Kevin Owens. Fight, Owens, fight. All right, so with that being said, Kofi, again, another champion that was crowned at WrestleMania, you know, went into there super duper hyped. The fans were behind him, boatloads of support. And, hey, man, you know, on the other side of the ring, Kevin Owens is no slouch. You know, he's a multiple-time champion. He's held just about every title that you can hold in WWE. So, you know, no slouch over there at all. But when it comes to my prediction, I do not think they're going to take off this title from Kofi this soon in the game. If it does happen anytime soon, my prediction personally would be around SummerSlam with some sort of big interference, some sort of backstabbing move. Maybe Big E turning on him, and Big E starting his singles competitor run again. And but I do think it's going to be a great match, man. Kevin Owens is great. Kofi has been great. He's really been hitting his stride now, as WWE champion. He seems like a confident champion. So I would definitely love for him to continue getting this run and this push. So final, call. I'm going to go with Kofi Kingston to retain. All right. Moving on from that, we are going to get into the double champ, Becky 2 belts, okay? Becky Lynch, who is both the Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion. She has 2 matches that are happening tonight, and those matches are with Lacey Evans for the Raw, Women's Championship, and then she's going to face the woman, since Becky is the man of the women's division, you got to go with the woman, and that's what we're going to call Charlotte Flair. And she is going for the SmackDown Women's Championship. And prediction time, man. Honestly, I thought when they put both titles on the line at WrestleMania, I thought this was going to be a unification thing. I really didn't think they were going to do this whole thing where it was going to be, Becky 2 belts. And, even though it sounds great, sounds cool, I still didn't think it was something that was going to, just still have separate divisions. I thought the women's divisions was going to unify from there, but I guess not. So, that being said, what I am going to do is I am going to say Becky retains either the Raw title, which I think I can comfortably say she'll retain the Raw Championship. But if they are going and they're just fixated on keeping these divisions separate instead of unifying the women's division, my bet is that she'll lose to Charlotte Flair. But also due to some sort of interference, maybe Lacey trying to get some get back and, making sure that they prolong that feud on Raw going forward. Because as we know, Becky loses the SmackDown Championship, then she's only going to be featured on Raw. So, final prediction for the Raw Women's and the SmackDown Women's Championship matches. I have Becky retaining the Raw Women's Championship, and I am going to go with Charlotte Flair for the Women's SmackDown Championship. Okay. Let's see. Let's go and get into the Money in the Bank briefcase matches. All right. So we got 2 of those. We have a women's briefcase match and we have a men's briefcase match. So let's do the men's briefcase match first. And the competitors in the men's Money in the Bank briefcase match are the following guys. We got Ricochet. We got Drew McIntyre. We have Baron Corbin. We have Finn Balor. We have Ali, Andrade, Sami Zayn, and Randy Orton. Excuse me. So, with that group of guys, honestly, it's a group of guys you can't go wrong with. You put the briefcase on any of those guys, it's a W. You know what I'm saying? And what the stipulation is that the briefcase basically guarantees that that person that is the holder of the briefcase has a guaranteed right to a championship match, no matter when, where, how, what. Just they can have a guaranteed match as long as they cash in, in a correct manner. With these guys, man, process of elimination, I don't think Randy Orton needs it again. I mean, Randy Orton can be champion tomorrow if he wanted, if Vince wanted, if Triple H wanted, etc., etc. Sami Zayn is my dark horse pick, honestly. Me personally, I would really love to see a gentleman like Ricochet get that, and it'll be a great look for him, great opportunity for him. Ricochet is a bona fide future, superstar. He is definitely going to be one of the guys on the WWE truck, you know what I'm saying, as time goes on and time passes. He's just oozing of that superstar potential. He just needs the right push, the right matches, the right match partners, and you can't go wrong. Finn is already the Intercontinental Champion. He's been Universal Champion, but had to relinquish it due to the injury that he ensued during his match with Seth Rollins at SummerSlam a couple years ago. Finn's in that space where I think you can comfortably say he doesn't really need the briefcase. Wouldn't look bad, but doesn't really need it. Same goes for Drew McIntyre. That guy is just built. He looks like, he look like money. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't need that briefcase, but he's also, no slouch and would be a great pick, would be a great person to put that in the hands, put that briefcase in their hands. Baron Corbin, somebody a lot of people don't like. He's able of getting plenty of heat with the fans and the audience, you always hear a sea of boos when he comes out or he says something, his matches that go on. So that's another guy. No slouch. You could definitely see them putting that briefcase on him and making him a future champion. Andrade, great wrestler. Huge potential, another future star. But he doesn't really need it. But if he did get it, wouldn't mind him getting it either. You know what I'm saying? Same goes for Ali. These guys are bona fide. Just awesome in the ring. So it's gonna be great to see them in championship matches and see them, just level up in the coming years in WWE. But if I had to put my money on somebody definitively, that somebody is going to be Ricochet. I might be wrong. It may end up being Sami Zayn. I normally like to say whoever goes into the match looking the weakest is normally who wins. And Sami went into that match looking pretty weak after, being thrown to the wolves, and that big wolf being Braun Strowman after beating him for his spot in the Money in the Bank. But I want to go with Ricochet, man. It's just a fan's pick. I'm just going to say Ricochet. All right, moving on from the men's Money in the Bank, briefcase match. We are going to get into the women's briefcase match now. And the women participants are the following. You got Nikki Cross, you got Naomi, you got Natalya, Dana Brooke, Bayley, Mandy Rose, Ember Moon, and Carmella. Carmella is she's already won, not future, excuse me, I was going to say future. But she's already, been WWE champion. Alexa Bliss won last year and cashed in successfully. Carmella, though, the briefcase is ideally for somebody like a archetype character such as Carmella. But I really don't want to see that. She's been champion already. Just let her be a good role player right now, and let's put somebody else in that spot. Mandy Rose is another person who could benefit from having the briefcase and having that spotlight, that push. And they already, seem to be behind her looks wise. They have the look that WWE wants, apparently. She seems a little green in the ring, but you can work, and fix that, if you want. That just means she has to work a little bit harder, and being used a lot more on, say, both Raw and SmackDown would only, help her get better. Ember Moon is somebody that I definitely feel like deserves to have that Money in the Bank briefcase. She should have been women's champion, even if it was just for a month. It should have happened already on the main roster. That's just me. But Naomi, been women's champion. She's one of the people in there that, whether she wins that briefcase or not, she's going to get a women's title opportunity regardless. So I don't necessarily think you put it on her either. Natalya, that been there, done that. She hasn't won the Money in the Bank briefcase before, so this could, prolong her last run, and you know what I'm saying? You guarantee her going out on top in a championship match. Dana Brooke, nah. Next competitor, shall we? That only leaves Nikki Cross, and Nikki Cross is very promising, very good, very solid in the ring. Her, Agent of Chaos, type character, seems to work. I would like to see her actually get more time, more screen time in terms of whatever show she's on, more matches, and just more in terms of storyline too. She wouldn't be a bad pick. But if I had to go with somebody right now, that somebody is the only person I haven't mentioned, and that person is Bayley. And Bayley is someone that's desperately in need of a great singles push where she looks strong. She's not always getting beaten. She's not always, losing. I need to see Bayley get that real good, solid push and be that good hand that she is, and show why, okay, she deserves and has been a future, and former, women's champion. So, final call, definitely going to go with Bayley. If I didn't go with Bayley, though, Ember Moon. Those would be my 1A and 1B. Okay. Another match. The next match in 2019 Money in the Bank, not briefcase, but Money in the Bank pay-per-view. And that is the big dog, Roman Reigns versus Elias. Okay. No secret here. You guys might not know it, you listeners, but the majority of the listeners who are friends, y'all know how I feel about Roman Reigns. Y'all know Roman Reigns is one of my current favorites. Y'all know, the big dog, that's my guy, So, but on the flip of that, I do like Elias. I like Elias a whole lot, and I feel like Elias definitely deserves to get a push and to get, more of more exposure than he's gotten. I mean, the guy gets exposure, but I need to see more of him in the ring where he's winning matches and not always getting interrupted and this, old school star is interrupting him, that old school star, this person, that person. I really want to see Elias just bring it to that next level. But in terms of this match, I think with some chicanery, a la, Shane McMahon, you keep this feud going a little bit. This maybe transfers into a Shane Roman Reigns feud. So you have Shane maybe interfere in some form or fashion, and Elias gets the W. But I think that's the way that match will play out. Should be a pretty average, maybe a little bit better than average match. But final call, I'm going to go with Elias as the winner of that match. Speaking of Shane has his own match, so it's kind of interesting. I said Shane would interfere in that match when he has his own match, and it's a steel cage match with The Miz, okay? So, Roman, if he is to lose at, Money in the Bank, guess what? He can help Miz secure a W somehow, some way, by making sure Shane can't get out of the ring. You know what I'm saying? So, their feud's been kind of interesting. It's been more of a placeholder feud to me. But hey, I enjoyed their WrestleMania match. I don't know how everybody else felt, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. I thought it was a cool way to keep that feud going. And final call, I am going to pick The Miz to win said match, the steel cage match with Shane McMahon. All right. Moving forward, we have the United States Championship match, and that is Samoa Joe, who's the champion, versus the legendary Rey Mysterio. Okay. I didn't like how their WrestleMania match went. They got maybe 30 seconds tops, and it was just pure domination on Samoa Joe's part. Came in, dominated, won, retained his title. This time around, I'm hoping that him and Ray get enough time to cook to, bring some great, spots and moves, and just have an overall good match and a good match for a mid-card championship. But I think right now, you're playing the long game, and the long game is to let Samoa Joe retain that United States Championship and move on to maybe another feud with the, rising star, another face. Or you keep the feud going with Rey Mysterio, and Rey Mysterio maybe wins at another pay-per-view. But for Money in the Bank, final call, I am going to go with Samoa Joe. All right. That's going to lead us to the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, which are currently held by Daniel Bryan and Rowan versus All right, got interrupted there. My apologies. So I was talking about the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, and I will get back to that and making my prediction. Now, once again, SmackDown Tag Team Championships is being held currently by Daniel Bryan and Rowan, and they are facing the Usos for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. So, Daniel Bryan recently just came back. He had an injury after his match with Kofi Kingston at WrestleMania, so he was gone for a while. And I think this is a great space to utilize him in right now. So him, Eric Rowan, they're tag team champs. You got the Usos who were drafted over to Raw, during the Superstar shakeup. And for some reason, they've been popping up on SmackDown frequently, and that been due in part to the whole I can't remember the name of it. It's escaping me right now, but the whole thing Vince came up with on the spot to basically get ratings and secure ratings on both shows by having 4 random superstars pop up at any given moment. But in terms of this, I think it'll be a good match, solid match. They had this match already where the Usos were defeated and Daniel Bryan and Rowan retained. Being that it's a pay-per-view, I don't know. This could go either way. We could see, new SmackDown championships. The Hardy Boys did beat the Usos to become SmackDown champs, but Jeff Hardy got injured afterward, and that's why they had to let go of the titles. But I do think you put these titles, you keep these titles where they are right now, and that's with Daniel Bryan and Rowan. And the Usos helped put on another solid match, and they're going on and try to go and secure and lock down Raw and make that the Uso Penitentiary over there. So final call, going with Daniel Bryan and Rowan to retain their SmackDown Tag Team Championships. All right. And that leads us finally to the Cruiserweight Championship, which is definitely going to be a kickoff show match. And that champion, Cruiserweight champ Tony Nese, is fighting Ariya Daivari. And I'll be honest, I haven't really paid much attention to the Cruiserweights in quite some time. So, I'm going to say Tony Nese retains. And that's that. So, all right, man. There you have it. This is my first card prediction for Anchor Radio. You know what I'm saying? Anchor FM, excuse me. And I'm going to make sure I put this on the YouTube channel. Make sure you follow. You hit that subscribe button. Turn your notifications on. YouTube channel is Boulevard App TV. And this is Old Man Logan. Hope y'all enjoy this post. Last but not least, follow me on Instagram at OldManLogan83 and follow me on Twitter at LegendKillerZo. That is LegendKillerZo. Obviously, I was a Randy Orton fan, still am, and really like the Legend Killer gimmick because I made that my Twitter name. And that's it. So, signing off. This your boy Old Man Logan. Hope y'all enjoy the WWE 2019 Money in the Bank, and I will catch y'all later. Peace.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.